show you off in Lambos out on Collins. I be.
Hello friends, welcome to Everything You Need. From today we are going to start a new series on EMFA, that is electromagnetic fields and applications. Today let us discuss about Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law statement can be defined in several ways. This is one of the way, that is force between 2 point charges is along the joining between them directly proportional to the product of charges, inversely proportional to square of the distance. From these three statements we can come to an understanding that here there are 2 point charges which is of same charge. Let us check which are of same charge, and they are at rest, that is they are static. According to the first statement, the force is along the line joining between them. It is a line joining and the force exerts in this line joining F1 to 2. Let us take it 1 and F2, which is of same charge, and the force is from F1 to F2. Here is the distance R1 to 2. From the second statement, force is directly proportional to the product of charges. Force is directly proportional to product of charges Q1 and Q2. And from third statements, it is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Here the distance is R, so inversely proportional to the square of distance. From a primary observation, we came to an understanding that according to Coulomb's law, force is inversely proportional to the product of charges by inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Now let us remove this proportionality constant and place F is equal to K times Q1 Q2 by R square, where K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Its value is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 meter per farad, and epsilon naught, which is the permittivity of the free space, which is equal to 8.854 times 10 to the power of minus 12. And let us put these values: 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught in the place of K times Q1 Q2 by R square. This is primary observation. Now let us go into deeper. Let us take Q1 Q2 are of different charges. Q1 Q2 are of different charges. Point number 1. And in the second point, these two charges are placed in a coordinate system. Now let us find the vector quantities of these force. Let us see, it is a coordinate system of x, y and z, and the charges are placed in the x and y axis with a distance of r1 and r2 to the origin of charges q1 and q2, and the distance between these two is r12. Now let us find the vector analysis, vector form of Coulomb's law, that is F12 is equal to force on Q2 due to Q1, that is the force is going to be applied by Q1 on Q2. Okay, that is K times Q1 Q2 by R square. Here R is a vector quantity, so R is from R1 to R2, R1 to R2 with a vector quantity and with a unit vector A from R1 to R2, which is equal to, here it is a vector quantity, F12 is equal to K times Q1 Q2 by R1 to 2. Here it is a square of the distance, and unit vector can be replaced with magnitude vector by magnitude, and here these two are equal, that is here it is a magnitude value and it is also a magnitude value, so let us multiply each other, that is F12 is equal to K times Q1 Q2 by R12 cube multiplied with a vector R12 vector. Now let us solve this. Here R1 to 2, which is a distance. We know that the distance between two can be found out that distance from 1 to 2, that is F12 is equal to K times Q1 Q2 by R2 vector minus R1 vector whole cube. Here it is a vector quantity, so replace it, that is R2 vector minus R1 vector. This is finally the vector form of a Coulomb's law. Now let us solve for the superposition theorem, that is here is a charge of Q and there are several charges in the free space Q1, Q2 and Q3. The force exerted on the net force exerted on the Q is equal to the sum of the individual forces that is acting on Q due to Q1, Q2 and Q3, which is equal to F total force net force is equal to F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector and so on plus Fn. So we can write this as F is equal to, we know that F1 is equal to Q1 by distance 4 pi epsilon naught into R1 R minus R1 whole cube into of unit vector plus Q times Q2 by 4 pi epsilon naught into R1 minus R minus R2 whole cube and so on, in this way up to n terms. This could be written in the format of Q by, let us take this charge Q as a common, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, which are constant, times summation from k is equal to 1 to n Q k, where k is a constant, times r minus rk by, which is a vectors, and of magnitude cube r minus rk whole cube. Let us do some examples on Coulomb's law. Here is a question. A point charge of Q1 is equal to 4 microcoulomb is at a distance of 3 centimeters from charge Q2 of charge 1 microcoulomb. Find the magnitude of the Coulomb force which on one particle exerts on other. Is the force attractive or repulsive? Now let us solve for A. Given that Q1 is equal to 4 microcoulomb and Q2 is equal to 1 microcoulomb. which is equal to 4 into 10 to the power of 6 and 1 minus 1 into 10 to the power of 6, and the given distance is r is equal to 3 centimeters. We have to convert it into the meters, which is 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 is equal to 0.03. We know that force is equal to Q1 Q2 by distance between them, r square, which is equal to 4 into 10 to times k, 4 into 10 to the power of 6. Here the charges are constant, so let us remove the sign, which is, otherwise you can keep. By this you can understand the force direction also. Minus 1 times 10 to the power of 6 by 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square into 4 pi epsilon naught. Epsilon naught, which is equal to 4 into, which is minus 4 into 10 to the power of 6 by 3 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square times, we know that 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value is equal to 8.99 into 10 to the power of 9, which is equal to minus 40 newtons. Here we have the got answer is equal to in minus, that is these two forces are opposite, so they attract each other. Signs are opposite, attract each other, which is the answer for B. Now let us solve another example. Here the question is 2 point charges of Q1 is 2 microcoulombs and Q2 is minus 8 microcoulombs are at a distance of 10 centimeters, where must be a third charge, which is Q3, be placed so that the net coulomb force acted upon it is 0. That is, here a charge Q1 and a charge Q2. Where should a charge Q3 be placed so that net force acting upon the Q3 would be is equal to 0? That is, we know that net force is equal to F1 plus F2 is equal to, here it is given that net force is equal to 0. That is, F1 is equal to minus times F2, which is in the direction side. Let us take F1 is equal to F2 by the observation. That is, force on Q3 due to Q1 and force on charge Q3 due to 2, which is F23. Now let us solve it. K times Q1 and Q3 by distance between them, which is, here it is said that are at a distance 10 centimeters. Let us take the distance is equal to x, and we know that distance square, that is x square, is equal to k times Q2 times Q3 by x minus 10 whole square, which is equal to Q1, let us cancel k, Q3 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 is equal by x square is equal to minus 8 into 10 to the power of minus 6 by x minus 10 whole square. 2 ones are 2 fours are, which is equal to 1 by 4 times is equal to x square by x minus 10 whole square. By applying square root on both sides, that is 1 by 2 is equal to x by x minus 10, that is which is plus or minus here. That implies, let us do cross multiplication. 2 times of x is equal to x minus 10, which is x is equal to minus 10, that is the direction of minus, and 10 is the distance of the charge x. In this way we can solve the sums on Coulomb's law. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to Everything You Need. Thank you.